Hey YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. It's Candy Sweet Night Hour, back with a new video. What do y'all think of my top tonight? Y'all like it? Just let me know what's up. So we got some new topics to talk about. Lots of new stuff to talk about. Like I say, there's always something to talk about. How was y'all day? Let's go with that. My day was good. It was busy. Taking care of my children. What I always say, that's number one. Our love, making sure they together, making sure they have everything they need, and that's what matters the most to me. God and family. So I hope y'all day was just as good. You know, as mine. So I want to talk about topics. There's a lot to talk about, like I say, that's going on. First and foremost, I would like to talk about Tamar Braxton's Tamar Braxton's near-death experience. It has been definitely a fact in the news, that latest news, that she had a near-death experience. She said she didn't know what happened. She was in a pool of blood. She woke up in a pool of blood with some teeth missing, and and a nose. Her nose was injured. So I know that she had some issues that happened to her. She had some surgeries because she had some, blood clots on her lungs at one point, and poor girl, she's just been going through a lot mentally as well. She, didn't want to be here, didn't want to be alive, but thankfully she's come along, and we are praying for Tamar, and that all this that she's going through, she will get through it, because where there is a will, there is a way. I have my own testimonies of perseverance. I had gone through a lot in my life. Some things, mentally and physically, that had affected me. But thank God, I didn't let that consume me in my life, and like I said, with the help of the Lord, you can get through any obstacle. I'm a living testimony to that every day. I thank God every day for pulling me out of situations that could have definitely been fatal for me, so on to the next topic. I would like to also talk about I would like to also talk about Chrisean Rock has a new boo. Okay, she has a new boo, Trophy. His name is Trophy Bino. I guess that's how you say it. They have been going together. They went to Six Flags and all this. She was just in church recently, praying to God, but we're not. I don't know. It seemed to me, we doing this and we doing other things that you say you're not gonna do, for as you say you wanted to be more Christian like, but you're going into worldly activities as you stayed, and doing with all these different ninjas and all of this other stuff, and I really don't see it being real. The lifestyle is like a roller coaster that she is on mentally, and I really feel like it's so messed up, because Junior, her son, needs physical and mental help, and she's not really there for him, but she's always posting things on social media, her going be with these ninjas and different things like that. What are y'all thoughts? What are your thoughts about Tamar Braxton? What are your thoughts about Chrisean Rock, in this situation that she's constantly in? What are y'all thoughts? I also want to talk about Cardi B, OffSet, their divorce, as y'all know. But OffSet just recently came out and talked about it in an interview, and how he feels like, he's definitely, letting go what happened. He's not holding any grudges. He's stating that, he has moved on from their marriage and that situation. Um, you know, Things happen, so he just made it out, and he came out and had an interview about how he feels and how that he has moved on in his life. What are y'all thoughts about that? Cardi B states she's not expecting him to pay child support. She can handle her own. That's what I'm saying. Like, as a woman, she makes a lot, so she can handle her own. All she wants him to do is step up and see his children. She's not stopping him. She stated that she's not stopping him from seeing his kids. He can see his kids at any time. So that's good. Happy for you, Cardi B. Happy, happy that you didn't let that situation stop you from being happy and joyful. You know, so what are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thoughts about the Cardi B situation? Do you think that, it's good he came out and said what he said? Do you think it's sincere? Because I don't know if it's really sincere. Do y'all feel like it's really sincere? Um, what are your thoughts about that? Also, I also want to talk about people talking about Blueface coming out with some new photos of him doing what they feel Pilates and squats, and he got all these tattoos. I saw his face. I ain't gonna cap. Like, I really thought that he was handsome until I saw his face recently, and I'm like, to myself, I'm like, why would you do that to your face? I mean, it goes from one aspect to the next. It's just a lot going on. I mean, Chrisean over here with the ninjas and everything like that. I see she definitely got some miles on her. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. And then now you got Blueface in jail, and he got all these tattoos on his face, and they just scribbling on his face. They just using him as like a guinea pig. Let me find something else to add on your dang on face, and you allowing these people, whoever, to buck your head up to do this to your face. What is going on, Blueface? What is going on? I mean, he was so handsome. I really thought he was handsome. What are y'all thoughts? Do you think that, people saying he lost it? People saying he's lost his mind. Um, some people, I don't know. Some people stating that it's just bizarre. Basically, it's just bizarre. What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thoughts about the new tats, the new blue face? What are y'all thoughts? Because honestly, I feel like it's a hot dang gone mess going on with his face. Okay, so that part, and there's other things that's going on in the world that we can also talk about. You know, they also have some things going on with, I don't know if it's factual or what have you, but no, it's not factual. It's not factual. But Tiffany Haddish, I think, yeah, Haddish, she came out with a baby, and she's a comedian and all that. She's funny, and she came out with a baby, and people are thinking that's her baby, and a cute little baby. He was a cute little baby, so they had a photo with her and this little baby, and another celebrity that she was with and everything like that. But she clearly states she is not, that's not her child. It was just a child that they took a photo with, and she came out and actually stated that. But she definitely states that she wants a child if it happens. You know, she wants a child. I want that for her. I want anybody to experience that. It's a beautiful thing to have a child, and in that aspect, because they have so many people that aren't able to have children. Um, it's some people that it's very difficult for them to have kids, and some people never have kids. Some people don't have kids by choice. Some people have, you know, um, problems conceiving. So I pray that she gets that. I pray that she gets her chance to be a mother. I think all people should get a chance to be a parent in this day and age. So what are y'all thoughts about the Tiffany Haddish thing? What are y'all thoughts about that? So this is what I like to talk about. These topics is just, it's just something that's going on. There's always, like I said, there's always something to talk about. And thank y'all for joining Candy Sweet Night Hour. And I'm glad y'all like my top. It's another top. And, I just want to vibe now. You know how we do it. After a certain time, we talk about our topics, and it's on to the vibes. Okay, so let me know exactly if there's anything that y'all want to talk about. Um, please leave them in the comment box. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If there's anything that y'all want to talk about, please let me know. Like I say, any topics, I try to give y'all the latest celebrity news as I get it. There's some things that, I try to get as much, try to talk about as much as I possibly can, in these celebrity news aspects, and then in life, you know what I mean. I'll be talking about that stuff as well. So with that being said, let's groove, right? Hey, 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 hey. Let's play Who Can Guess the Song. I always do that. I know this. Want to see what I would say if you know this song, this melody. I think I might have covered this one though, but this is a nice little groove. I hope y'all relaxing like I'm relaxing after a hard day's work. Whatever I always say, whatever you do to unwind, do you. I'm gonna do me, and that's what's up. And thanks again for joining me with another Hot Topics. Candy Sweet Night Hour. And again, I will see y'all next time. I'll be back with some more hot topics. And until then,